I'm Greg Poljasic, stuntman scientist. We're going to be talking about practical stage effects, blood, guts, gore, things you can make at home with ingredients you could find at any grocery store. These effects are perfect for your cosplay, zombie movie, vampire movie, or any theatrical production that needs special effects. So come inside and let's make some blood out of soap. I have two assistants with me, Jack and John.
Hello.
They're going to help me talk about the blood, they're going to help me mix the blood, make the blood, and they're going to answer certain questions about why we would use different types of blood in different situations. So we have three different bloods out here that we're going to talk about. This one is a store-bought blood. We'll talk about why we would use this and in what situations we would use it. This one's a homemade recipe. This one has chocolate syrup and corn syrup, a really easy, delicious homemade recipe. And this one's a soap-based blood that we're going to make. Now, gentlemen, if you guys are costume designers, what are your biggest concerns about costumes and using the blood?
Stains. Getting them dirty and stuff.
Yeah, stains, getting them dirty. You want to make sure your costumes wash out. You have World War II costumes, right?
Yes.
So you want to make sure that the blood comes out of those, correct? Mm-hmm. So this could be a great option if you're worried about your costumes and washing out using a soap-based blood. But you have to be absolutely sure it's not going to get on the actor's skin, on their face, in their eyes, or in their mouth. Now I mentioned those things. Why do you think I'm concerned about those using a soap-based blood?
Irritation and they may get sick.
Yeah, so if it gets in their mouth or on their eyes, it'll sting or make them sick.
Absolutely, right? Soaps can be toxic. And the stronger the soap is, the stronger the detergent is, a dish soap to a laundry detergent, the more toxic it can be. If it gets in your eyes, it can sting, burn, or even blind you. And if you swallow it, it can make you very sick and nauseous, and it can dry your skin out and be very sensitive and damaging to your skin. So we got to be sure that it's not going to get on the actors' bodies, on their face, eyes, in their mouth, so they can be swallowed. But if it's only on the costumes, then we're good to go. We can use it. It's cheap, easy, and quick. So we're going to start by making our first blood. I'm going to measure it out though. Why do you think I want to measure out the blood?
So if you do it another day, you have the exact same amount.
Exactly. Hey, we work hard to find a blood that we like. We want to find a color we like. We find a use that we like. We want to be able to repeat it in case we want to do it again so we don't lose that recipe. So we're going to start. We're just going to measure out 1/4 of a cup. This is a nice little easy thing to start out for a demo. So that's 1/4 of a cup there. Go ahead and scoop that into your bowl. While you're scooping that in the bowl, we'll talk about the colors that we use. These are just simple little dye colors that you can find at the grocery store. You normally use these for Easter eggs to color the Easter eggs. You can color anything with these. Normally these will stain, but when you mix these with a soap-based ingredient, it's going to carry that color away. So we're going to pop these here, a little 1/4 cup of soap for you. All right, pour that into your bowl. Now when you're making blood, making a blood color, it depends on the character that's bleeding, right? So you can have any color blood you want, you just have to know what character is bleeding what. So if we have a green blood, what do you think is going to bleed a green blood?
Goblin, troll,
Ogre.
orc.
Yeah, goblin, troll, ogre, orc, all those things are going to bleed green. What about if we have a black blood, a real black nasty blood?
Zombie,
Dragon,
weird
zombie.
things.
Yeah, zombies, dragons, weird things that just come out of the woods and try to bite you, right? Those are things that are going to bleed like maybe a black blood. That can be really interesting and nasty. We can also have bright red blood or a dark red blood, and that depends on how much oxygen is in the blood, right? So if it's oxygenated, it can be bright red, or if it's lacking oxygen, it'll be more of a dark red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice little dark red blood because I like that color. All right, so why don't you guys start mixing your colors in? Make whatever blood you want. I'm going to make my blood. I'm going to scoop this right in here. My little soap's in my bowl. Now when you're adding your colors, it's best to add a little bit at a time and then see what it looks like, because you can always add more, but it's very hard to take it away. You can't take it back away after you've added it. So if you add too much and you don't like it, you have to throw it away and start over again. So I added 5 drops of red. I want to start there and just see what it looks like. All right, so I want it to be a little bit darker. It's a little translucent right now. And translucent means that light is going right through the soap to the other side. So if I make it darker, I can just add a couple more drops of dye, because what the dye is doing is the dye is making the light bounce off of it, right? It's refracting off of it and coming back to your eye and looking a little bit darker. So if I add more dye, that bounces more light back and makes it less translucent. That's what we want. So look at it, it's getting a little darker already. All right, so I've added 10 drops of red because I'm pretty satisfied with my bright red. I think that's going to be fine. It's going to look okay in a bright costume or even a dark costume. You have a dark black costume or green, it's going to look good. So let's look at your colors. Let's see what you had.
Okay, I got sort of a blackish green.
Okay.
I added 5 drops of blue,
Okay.
5 drops of green, and 4 drops of red.
5 blue, 5 green, 4 red, and you got this darkish blackish green. What is that for?
Weird creature that comes out of the woods and like you said, tries to bite you.
Very cool. All right, what about yours?
I have like a goblin blood.
Okay.
It's 10 drops of green and 5 drops of blue.
Okay, so 10 green, 5 blue, and you get a nice goblin blood. So that's a really quick, simple recipe for bloods that are going to wash out. Go ahead and show it off. These are bloods that are going to wash out of your costumes, but please, please be sure, do not get this on your skin, on your face, in your eyes, or in your mouth. But if you want a quick recipe that'll wash out of your costumes, here's a nice bright red blood, nice green, black blood. All right, so that's our dish soap blood.